Alright guys, this video shouldn't have come out. This video shouldn't, honestly, it really pisses me off to record it. I'm here at Yosu's place. This isn't my setup. This is Yosu's setup. I'm pretty upset about a situation that I hope gets resolved soon because it's causing me problems for no good reason and I'm really pissed off, okay? What should have been an awesome weekend is getting ruined because of people who take advantage and take things out of context. Let me explain the situation to you, okay? This video is unedited. I'm here to clarify a few things and hope this won't happen again. I'm at Yosu's place in Alicante. We've been in Seville, the BNC, Enses, Ford and Arcapi, competed for the first time, met many people and had an awesome time. I'm pretty stressed out. Because there are accounts I really don't like at all, like Folita03, or PokerCap, and I don't know what else, that collect things. They're getting me into a lot of trouble, especially with colleagues and people I respect. Look, here we are on PokerCap, okay? And PokerCap is posting clips of me saying that Pokemon is supposedly destined to die and all that stuff. 8-minute clips from streams that are 1 or 2 hours long. And of course, this leads to when the content creator sees this video with this thumbnail, crossing them out and all, content creators like Eric get paranoid and comment. And on top of that, there's drama, okay? So man, I want to make the following clear, okay? I'm against posting a 3 or 4 minute clip on Folita, on PokerCap, on clips and whatever, because that often causes harm. And I'll tell you about the two problems they've gotten me into recently. I was talking about what, from my perspective, okay, from my perspective as someone doing content creation nowadays in poker. And I started the 2-hour stream by saying, this is my opinion and my preferences. I hope nobody cancels me or takes me out of context, okay? And my opinion is that to create content nowadays, you have to get out of the classic formula of everyday stuff. Like Folagon does. It works for Folagon, but that's because it's him. Do I make myself clear? I've said that you have to find your own path. You have to find a point where you become an individual and independent content creator and do things your own way. I used Yosu and Capi as examples. And then I said that the narratives in all the groups that exist lately, right? For example, and I used the example of Eric versus Poker Alex or Folagon, Chequian versus Chamor. From my point of view, and I specify this based on my own taste and what I like as a viewer, I would prefer that there weren't hour-long videos every day and then a fight on Sunday. I want a narrative and rivalry, with both playing at the same time. I mentioned this live based on my own taste. So here's what happens. Poker recap clip, Folita's clip, 8 minutes long. Man, of course, obviously, these content creators like Eric, like Poker Alex and so on, they're not gonna watch a 2-hour video. They'll see the screenshots these accounts took out of context and get me in trouble, like before. Here it is. The Pokemon community is doomed. And across. And look, edited 8-minute clips, and you go here, and where is it? Around here. Look here. They take me out. Damn, now I got a little lost. But anyway, look, here it is, a response. And they lose their response to the opinion of the bastards about content creation. And the thumbnail sensationalizes it, right? He says it when, I don't know, whatever. Here Oscar makes a critique of the way content is made. He focuses too much on copying the formula. Well, an 11-minute clip. So of course, he cuts the part where I'm saying the whole time, in my opinion, I would like what I consume, me as a consumer. In fact, in this thing I say, man, honestly, man, if you like making individual videos, classic format and all the stuff, then that's awesome, perfect. I'm just saying that if you want to make a living from Pokemon Online, you need to be smarter and create your own format. That's all I said, among other things. Yeah, man, some colleagues got upset, like Eric. Freaking Eric really got on my nerves. Okay, I keep looking over here because I'm not used to using Joshua's chat, and it throws me off. But man, that's what I don't like, bro. That's what I don't like. He's causing trouble for me with colleagues I respect. I've defended Eric many times, talked to him often, and we're working on a project together. I don't want problems from clips taken out of context. You know what I mean? So you also have to. The fact that the 5-minute clip is taken out, also for example of Eric, really helps my image and all that, for example. And I'll show you something, which is what really made me angry. Here's a video, I'll play it for you, uploaded by that Poker Recap guy. It's called I'll return to Pokemon under this condition. Eric Loslosty talks about how this can affect Oscar. 16,000 views in an hour, in a day. He says, here Eric explains how the Pokemon thing works. Here Eric basically says that he, well, really wants to keep working on Ocre, that he has to keep working on it, that he has to keep working on it, that he has to keep working on it. And of course, here, honestly, damn Eric expresses himself terribly, and everything gets blown out of proportion because it's cut into a 6-minute clip. Honestly. But here Eric explains himself poorly. In fact, there's a guy who said, Eric, you have to be careful with your statements because you're practically attacking Oscar, you know? Eric sent me a voice message recently and he said, Oscar, I really want to continue Okre, I'm gonna do it. You can join whenever you want, or, that's it, I'm going to do it. Do you know why Pokemon Okre wasn't being done? Pokemon Okre wasn't being done because Eric said, Oscar, I want some time to move Pokemon Z to base 21, and in the meantime, you are going to work on Pokemon Young. That's why Okre was postponed. He worked on Pokemon Z, I worked on Pokemon Young, then he was porting Pokemon Z to base 21. That's it. That was the reason for the pause, not because I told that Eric that I couldn't do it right now. In fact, I said that when I was working on Young, I still made time for Okre because I can do it live, and I can't do that with Young. Do I make myself clear? That's how it is. So Eric said here in a clip where honestly he messed up, he says, well, honestly, I really want to keep doing Okre. And well, I don't care if Oscar can't, I'm going to do Okre myself and Oscar can just join wherever he can. If I handle all of Okre and Oscar hasn't contributed because she's been working on Pokemon Young, we'll have to rethink who made the game. Dude, you can't say that. You can't say that because honestly, you were the one who said, hey, let's stop the development or I want to spend a good few months focusing on porting Pokemon Z to base 21. So I don't like this tense atmosphere that's being created, where we find out about things through damn 5-minute summary clips or something like that. Do I make myself clear? So what's going on? Well, if you go to the comments, man, then... Do I make myself clear? There are things that hurt me, brother. There are things that hurt me. Look, I don't know, there's a guy who says, what gratuitous hate toward Headmask. Oscar, he's finishing Hoenn, man. It's a live update. It's not like he's just sitting around doing nothing. And people in the livestream comments say he doesn't do anything, that he doesn't work. When the Yogan Adventure project is a huge effort. It's not an RPG Maker game, it's a GBA ROM. Besides, Oscar has been saying for a long time that right now development is on hold so that Eric could release Thi and he could release Joven. You know, it's not just that now. We're getting to the real issue, right? Oscar has been working on Joven for I don't know how many years, and it doesn't look like he's going to finish it anytime soon, okay? I tell Eric to handle everything himself. Great job, Eric. You work best alone. Sadly, Oscar lacks commitment. What is going on? Haha, Joven isn't going to be released. Better work on Okre, okay? I don't doubt that Oscar's work is high quality. What I do question is his commitment and speed. Brother. He says, we've been waiting for Komarin since 2016. Bro, but if you weren't such a fucking idiot who watches one damn video and that's it. I've said 1,000 times, Komarin is cancelled until I finish the GBA era. I've said it in about 500 videos. And people say, no, we've spent 7 years trying to find Joven. Joven has been in development for 4 years. So, after 5 years, if we're remastering it. It's been 4 years, man. So, this is what happens, honestly, when you watch a damn 5-minute clip. Eric gets paranoid and says he'll make the game alone, and who knows what else. Plus, since he didn't express himself well, it causes me problems. Some teammates say they saw Folita's clip where he mentions Oscar, or another clip where he says something else about Oscar. And honestly, I'm really fed up, honestly, with having to explain things to my teammates on WhatsApp. Telling them, hey man, go watch the stream. Hey man, don't listen to that, because that's not the case. And since I'm fucking sick and tired of having to explain to my friends the things that are happening on the streams and all that stuff, I'm saying here that I don't want people clipping me anymore. That's how it is, because if I'm being a fucking idiot on a stream and I reply to someone in the chat saying, in my opinion, or what I like is this, and someone clips it and puts Oscar broke and says whatever, well man, honestly, I just don't care anymore. Honestly, I don't care anymore. Honestly, I don't care anymore. So that's how it is. And I'm angry, man. Honestly, I'm angry. Because, bro, this isn't the first problem anymore. It's just there have been too many, man. You know, with Eric expressing himself poorly and this being intentionally messed up, I just feel bad. I'm on vacation with friends, wake up and hear a voice message from Eric. Man, do what you want, but I'm going to keep playing along. Well, bro, I'm telling you that whenever you want, we can have a meeting and assign ourselves tasks. We have a Discord server, so each of us can do our part of the game. While he was working on base 21, I was making a document he asked me for to add team draw, rocket and the things we've come up with on stream and organize them properly. How do people get all that from it? Oskar isn't committed, does nothing, doesn't do anything. Alright man, that's it. What do you want me to say, okay? That's it. The problem isn't the people, I don't care about them. Everyone who criticizes the young guy, the ochre thing, or watches those clips and buys into them ends up playing the projects when they're released and then stays quiet. People forget, I've released over 10 full projects, including translations, ROM hacks, and contributions. But anyway, that's it. I'm pissed off, man. I'm on vacation, Joshua is there with his buddy, tomorrow the captain is coming, tomorrow the guy is coming, and I'm pissed off, man. I swear, that's why I'm pissed off, finding out about these things, man. That's it. I don't wanna get more worked up. Don't clip me anymore, because if I see a bad faith clip, I'll give it a strike. If I see a clip where things are left out, like in my opinion, honestly, for my taste, because I'd rather give a strike to some guy I don't know at all, who's just trying to make money off the clips, than get into trouble with my friends. And that's it, that's all. Now I'll talk to Eric too, and I'll tell him, bro, you also need to improve your communication a bit, because honestly, that also leads to things like this. But that's it, I'm not going to stress about it anymore, guys. There you have it, that's it. Now I'm going to hang out with my friends, and that's it. Just so you know, whoever sees this message, I guess it will be for Lita03 or PokerK, I don't know which. Guys, respect other people's content, man. Respect it. If you wanna make a clip, do it. But bro, for example, this video from Eric. This clip from Eric came out and was published, and Eric hadn't even finished the stream. They've done this to Folagor multiple times, and he's had to tell them to stop making these clips, since the stream isn't even over. Guys, don't be so desperate and don't try to grab everything and pump out clips like crazy, because that's not how it works. And I'll also tell you, don't take everything I'm saying literally, because I'm also pretty angry right now. So, if I've expressed myself in a bit of a harsh or rough way, you know that's not really me, but I don't want to get into trouble with my friends over words that are taken out of context, okay? That's it. Soon we'll be starting some really cool content. And that's all, family. Big hug.